Hey y'all, this is
Go ahead.
like y'all was saying, it says, woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery, and the prey departeth not. But like you brothers were saying, it was built on what? Corruption. You know what I'm saying? Robbery, lies. You know.
So corruption became the policy.
Let me read it over again. Woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery, and the prey departeth not.
Yep.
And the prey is the people that's in the city, man.
Right.
You know.
The only way you're gonna beat the party, man, is to have the truth. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, that's the only way we could beat the party.
Precept. I have precept. I don't know about that.
I got a precept.
This is a Proverbs.
No, bro.
See, you have one?
No, go ahead,
I don't know either.
no, that's Jay.
This is Proverbs chapter 28, verse 15. As a roaring lion and a raging bear, so is a wicked ruler over the poor people. The prince that winneth understanding is also a great oppressor, but he that hateth covetousness shall prolong his days.
Yeah, right. Go back up.
It says, as a roaring, Proverbs 28 and 15, as a roaring lion and a raging bear, so is a wicked ruler over the poor people.
That's to the point. That's plain.
That's it.
Finish the other part though.
It says, the prince that winneth understanding is
The prince
also
that wanted understanding. So if you got a prince, you got a leader that don't got no understanding. Go ahead.
It says it's also a great oppressor.
So he an oppressor too.
Right, yeah.
Because if you got people that's ignorant, and then you put those people in power, who gives a fool authority? Remember now, who remember South Park? Remember Cartman? Remember whenever he'd get authority? Remember South Park, Cartman? He say, "I have authority."
I have authority.
And he will be oppressive to the people.
Right.
I got something after you, Shamari.
Numbers chapter 32 verse 23. But if ye will not do so, behold, ye have sinned against the Lord. Oh,
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6 verse 27 and 28. It says, "For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which hath been so long without fruit, shall be declared." And that's what we in right now, because when the elder said, when corruption is the policy, that's the only fruit. Corruption is the fruit. If you build on corruption, corruption becomes the policy, and that's all that happened. But the Lord says what? All that shit finna be put out. And part of that way that right now we're in like that calm before the storm, before the changing of kingdoms right now. Because when you read Sirach the 10th chapter, it says because of unrighteous dealings the kingdom is translated from one people to another. So right now we're in the process of being translated. Because what? How do you know that? Because the so-called white man is no longer able to lie.
I got it.
You got that, Ezekiel?
I got it. Ezekiel 24 and 6.
Bro, I was like, why did I just have that, bro?
Damn.
I was just looking at that, then I checked out another precept. Go ahead, bro.
Ezekiel 24 and 6. Wherefore thus saith the Lord power, woe to the bloody city, to the pot whose scum is therein.
To the pot whose scum is therein, the bloody city, man.
And whose scum is not gone out.
The scum is not going out. Who's the scum? The so-called white man.
I actually had a pot one time, bro. I don't know what the fuck was in it. There was somebody cooked it, and I could not get that shit out, and I couldn't eat out of it, bro. I had to throw it away. I was like, well, I don't know who had cooked something in or burnt something, and the shit wouldn't come out. It was good for nothing, man. I had to throw that motherfucker out, man. And that's what scum. It burning.
Esau and his policies, man. It's all scum. His ways of life, his policies, all him is all scum, man. Go ahead.
Whose scum is not gone out of it.
Go ahead.
Bring it out piece by piece. Let no lot fall upon it.
Let no lot fall upon it. That's how you know it's talking about Esau, man. He don't have no lot. He don't have no inheritance, man.
Yeah.
You know, it said bring it out piece by piece. That's how America is being broke down systematically by the Lord, man.
That's right, bro. That's right.
Hey, let it be into his shame.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. He said, for the blood is in the midst of her. She set it upon the top of the rock.
She set the blood on top of the rock. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
She poured it not upon the ground.
Because he knows it's a law, man. You know, that means that if she's setting the blood on top, that means she's still shedding it, man.
That's right. Con.
You know, but it's a law that said, you know what I'm saying? The city that's built with blood. You got that?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
To cover it with dust.
Keep reading.
To cover it with dust, that it might cause fury to come up to take vengeance.
That it might cause fury to come up to take vengeance. Wait, read that part over.
He said, for her blood is in the midst of her. She set it upon the top of a rock. She poured it not upon the ground to cover it with dust. That it might cause fury to come up to take vengeance.
Yep.
I have set her blood upon the top of a rock, that it should not be covered.
Hey, he set the blood. The Lord set the blood up as an enzyme, so it should not be covered, man.
Right.
The blood of the saints is a memorial, man.
Yep,
that's where you get the word Zion from. The word Zion means a memorial, man. And you know what? That's the sisters are called the daughters of Zion because they're memorial, because they're not sisters anymore.
That's right.
You notice that they call the daughters of Zion, which means a memorial.
Yep.
They call that because they're not with us anymore.
Right.
You know,
Supposed to be called.
they used to be tender and delicate, but they not that no more.
It's crazy, man, because I seen the bitch feet. I said, read these bitch feet look like this, because they had, like the scriptures say, they soul wouldn't touch the ground, man. So you see these bitches
Look at
with
Oprah,
these
bro. This bitch got all this
horrendous feet.
That bitch feet, bro. That bitch, she got hella loot. That bitch got stupid money. And they take a picture of her feet, man. That bitch feet look like you could crush a motherfucking aluminum can.
The claws gonna get
All that money she ain't bought no more feet.
Hey, bro, if that bitch was my woman and got in the bed, and she got in bed with me, I was like, hey, you hang them motherfuckers over the bed.
Put some socks on. Put some socks on now.
The two socks.
But you look at these hoes' feet. That's why these hoes' feet look like that. Lord cursed their feet because what the scriptures say supposed to be what? Keep us at home.
Keep us at home.
So them wolf packs they got for feet.
Hey, you ever seen on the movies that they show you a travel? I remember this movie. This motherfucker say he has traveler's feet. Bro, that motherfucker went everywhere, bro.
Or like the feet look like old potatoes, man.
Or like that one movie that Eddie Murphy played in, and he rolled the feet up. Her feet was fucked up.
Old girl.
And he got invited up.
That's Boomerang.
Hey, each bitch that got he
He
pull
always
that
checked
sheet
them
up.
feet, boy. He was like,
The feet was he deal with it.
And the one chick that was shamefaced,
I think that movie kind of ruined me, bro.
Bro, the chick that was. I don't deal with the chick that was shamefaced, bro.
Hey, that's beautiful though. That could be a sign.
Hey, you notice
look at that bitch feet.
Hey, the chick that was humble and kind and soft-spoken and shamefaced, you know what I'm saying? He ended up getting with her, and she was the one that had decent feet. You know? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, but check out her mannerism. She was humble. She was quiet. She was like, helping people. She was motherly. You know what I'm saying? She had all the qualities, man. You know? She had his back all the time. You know what I'm saying? Even when she liked him, she was giving them advice on how to get with the other chick.
Precept.
I always wanted to say something. In Deuteronomy, when they talk about the tender and delicate
bitch with them bad
touch the
feet,
ground. You know, 'cause I knew a
dead
bitch
skin on
who
them
had
bitches.
beautiful
Bitch had
feet.
pretty
Even
feet.
the bitch even had a fucking mole by her pinky toe. The bitch foot looked so damn good. I was like, you got some nice fucking feet, but the bitch was a straight demon. And we were sophomores in high school. You know, that's not to say we 23 now, 24.
Well, her feet ain't hit the road yet. Now I check them out. The motherfuckers like been traveling a little bit now.
What I'm saying is that bitch can have fucking toe up fucking, you know, but it's symbolic because they showed you how much we feel from our power.
That's right.
Our woman feet won't even touch the ground. Now look at our woman. My next door neighbor will come outside faithfully with no shoes on.
Hey, and you can contest to that because in the movie gladiators. Remember the beggar ran up to the thing. They were carrying her ass, bro. Yeah, they was carrying her, and it looked like a
like pillow and shit.
Hey, but in the kingdom, they gonna be back like that.
Yeah, come on.
You know,
And a lot of
that's why the scriptures say, "Give not a wicked woman liberty to gad a bride." They got what they got them goddamn Sasquatches they got, man.
Them Geronimos.
It's actually a lot of ancient timepieces. When you watch a lot of ancient movies, they got guards or men carrying a big ass thing, you know?
Yeah.
Because they don't want to touch the ground.
That's actually beautiful. I really never even thought about that, bro. That's right.
Yeah, because that's in a lot of cartoons I watch.
Because gad in the broad means that bitch go everywhere, man. I mean, I actually knew it better, bitch would not stay at the crib, man. But I gotta go somewhere.
You know what? Get them precepts though. Get the way Deuteronomy. I'm gonna get this one, man. You know, since we talking about them feet.
I got Isaiah. Hey, the nigga woman act like just like Esau. Need to keep it at home.
Need to keep it at home.
Bro, and
yeah, get that too. Let them be keepers at home. We just gonna hit some quick precepts, man. Go ahead. Get all the feet precepts. Go ahead.
I'll start. This is Isaiah chapter 3, verse 16. It says, "Moreover, the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go."
Yeah, walking and missing like the one lady just came past it with them feet, boy.
Damn.
The motherfucker was hit, boy. Don't hit.
And making a tinkling with their feet.
Oh, that's them high heels. That's nothing. Them high heels fuck up their feet too.
Yeah. Feet look like a rock with a thumb on.
Why would you purposely
Don't hit. That was it today.
No, it's more. It says, in that day, so like, therefore the Lord will smite with the scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion.
So they feet hit and they ball hitting. Don't hit.
And the Lord will discover their secret parts. In that day, the Lord will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet.
Look who's at the wait, the chick, she had a head full of blind. Did y'all see that? Chicken
Look what's coming up the street. Go ahead. Ecclesiastes 25 and 25. Give the water no passage, neither give a wicked woman liberty to gad a bride. Go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 56. It says, "The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom and toward her son."
You see that a lot, women jumping up in man's face. Nigga, you can't tell me nothing, nigga. Well, why you with a man if he can't tell you nothing? You know? You know, because they can't be told nothing, man. They just... Hey, the Lord set up the man to be the head. You know what I'm saying? If you with the man, at least listen to him. Go ahead.
It says, her eyes shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter.
And towards her son and so. You know, you got a lot of women that say, I swear they love their kids, but their whole life is in the fucking streets, smoking, popping pills, all the way and the left kids with grandma. You all the way in Vegas somewhere in the streets, man. But I love my kids.
That tax check.
Yeah, that's whack, man. You know what I'm saying? Spending the kids what is that? That check that they get from the child support check on loud, man. Spending a whole child support check on loud.
Yeah, that's why he about to put a regulation on that shit.
Your kids got high water pants on, high rising flood pants on, man.
And just
send a kid 2 pair of blue jeans for school.
From the good.
Yeah. For high school, 2 pair of blue jeans. That's it. Go ahead.
It said, and toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet, toward her children which she shall bear.
Hey, they don't feed them nothing healthy. Chicken nuggets, everything is processed. Yep.
Noodles and noodles.
Kid don't know what a piece of fruit tastes like.
Cereal.
You know, vegetables. You know, they feed them cakes, knickknacks, hot crunchy curls,
Piece of rolls,
quarter juices,
Noodles and noodles.
KFC,
Cereal.
You know,
churches.
Man, I know because my son had never had broccoli before, bro. I fixed broccoli. When he was at my house, I cooked broccoli. He said, "What is that?" I said, "You ain't never had broccoli?" You know, he was 12 years old, man.
Precept, bro.
And that's when I got my son, man.
Yeah.
He was eating, told me he was eating Pop-Tarts for dinner. Big ass house out in the suburbs, he eating Pop-Tarts for dinner. And they out of their fucking head, man. Go ahead.
It says, for she shall eat them for want of things secret in the siege and straightness therein. Thine enemy shall be
Hey,
strengthened.
and that's gonna literally happen. Hey, she shall eat them in the siege. You know, one day when they cut off these cities, when the stock market crash, they're gonna cut off these cities. These women gonna straightway eat these children, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not the love it for. I mean, they want the world to see that they love their children. They don't want their children to see it. As long as everybody else see, I love my children. You only fooling yourself. Those children know they know instinctively what love feels like, and they see other children at school getting loved and getting treated a certain kind of way, and then they come home and they be like, "What the fuck?"
I used to hate taking my daughter shit, man, because all her brothers and sisters and shit be looking. I'm like, damn, I gotta not look at them and shit. 'Cause I'm like, damn, it ain't my fault. You know, shit, damn. I'm like, damn.
It's an influx.
Looking at her mama like, fuck, bitch, don't take them in the other room or something. Talk to my daughter.
It's an influx. It's an influx in suicides amongst young children, young so-called black children in America between the ages of 15 and 19, and young black teens. There's an influx in suicides because they don't feel love.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
You love your black woman, right?
Of course. I mean, yeah. I mean, if she's trying to follow me while I'm following these scriptures, well, the only way I love her, if she.
But why would you call her a bitch?
Well, you know, that don't pertain to all women. If they act,
Shameless dog.
I got it. It's a scripture. It's a scripture.
Yeah.
This is Sirach, chapter 25, verse. So like, is it 25?
Right there, 25.
All right, Khan. It's Sirach 26 and 25. It says, "A shameless woman."
A shameless woman.
Yeah. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. You know why it's called a shameless woman? Because a woman that has shame is not going to be putting herself out there to be called a bitch.
That's right.
She's going to be taking care of her business.
What's a
But a woman that's shameless,
and what's a female dog?
A woman that's shameless, they said they're going to be called. Just read it, kind. Sirach 26, verse 25. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. They're going to be counted as a dog. Okay, what is a female dog called? A bitch. You know, a lot of these women act like dogs, man. They let every other dog run off, pop off in them.
That's right.
You know.
That goes for men too.
That's scripture there for men too.
Yeah.
Men can be nigga.
But we get on men too a lot. I'm gonna keep reading. It says, but the thing is there's a misconception in America because everybody gets on men. Women get on men on social media. You see this nigga, and then when somebody get on a woman, wait, what about the man?
Right.
Like no. Hey, sometimes women need to be got on too. Right. That's just fair, sister. You can't, you know.
Right. She gotta help her. She gotta just like
You're gonna help her if you call her a bitch.
But that's it. But
We don't. I don't just go around calling women bitches.
That's
You
why
know?
I said a shameless woman. It's just like the story of Cinderella. That slipper didn't fit everybody. It fit her. If the shoe fits, then that wear it. All right.
Get another
like
shoe.
I raised my son. This brother has custody of his daughter. This brother got custody of his kid. That didn't just that wasn't like that back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, I got custody of my kids. He got custody of his kid.
Because
he got custody of his kids.
You got that shameless.
I got to look at matter of fact, all these brothers had
All
their
these brothers
kids.
got the kids, yeah. So that's not by happenstance, but we're the prophets of the Lord. So we just bring it forth what the scripture says. The scripture says women were going to lead their kids and they're going to be deprived of wisdom. Because women have been taught in America not to listen to their man. They've been taught about I can do it myself. I can get a job. I can do it. Because that's the teachings of the white man.
Right, Khan. Yeah, I'd like a Pacific type of woman.
Go ahead, and don't get me wrong, we love our women.
Yeah.
Khan. Yeah.
See, that's a big thing. People will be like, well, y'all hate. No, we don't. We love our women.
That's right.
But if you love somebody, you just not gonna let them do what the hell. You ain't gonna let them do it either.
Right.
So you like say if it was a hole right there in the ground, right?
Point.
And you was walking. If I hated you, I'd turn around and just let you fall in the hole.
That's right.
Yep.
You know,
Khan.
but if I love you, I'll be like, hey, There's a hole right there. Even if I scream at you hard, you're like, hey, don't you do that. There's a hole right there.
Hey, even if I grab you, even if you about to fall and I grab you by your hair and catch you, a black woman be like, what you touch my hair for? And she about to fall in the hole.
Yep.
How the hell is that? Why you mad at me? I'm saving your life. But they look at us like we hate. Oh, y'all hate me. Y'all hate me. No.